Have you ever been in a classroom of 30 or more people and felt like you could not ask your teacher questions because the other students had their attention? It probably is because the class size was too big. Today, I'm going to address the benefits of smaller classroom sizes, and I'm going to explain to you today also how smaller classroom sizes benefit the students and the teachers in the learning environment of the school. The main points I'll be hitting on are the need for staff development, the impact of class size reduction, and how class size reduction should be implemented, and the components of a class size reduction. According to Citation 1, there are major benefits to classroom sizes reduced lower than 20. In smaller classroom sizes, the classroom is able to be more hands-on, and this allows the students to experience firsthand what they are learning about. According to Citation 2, smaller classroom sizes allow for a more thorough examination of the student's work by the teacher. This goes back to the original question that I asked of, have you ever been in a classroom of 30 or more people and felt like you could not ask your teacher questions because the other students had their attention? So, the teacher is able to spend more time grading and providing feedback to the student's work if there are smaller amounts of students in the classroom. Art Hood said, "The central goal of class size reduction is to improve academic achievement for all students." Smaller class sizes also allow for the students to get to know each other better and build those relationships that are essential to growth and development. Citation 4 states that the method school teams said that also has academic benefit. If your student has a question about the homework, he'll be more likely to know who to call for a quick chat. One thing I want to talk about in terms of program planning and implementation is the Tennessee's Project STAR. So in 1985, researchers in Tennessee initiated Project STAR, which stands for Student Teacher Achievement Ratio. So this Student Teacher Achievement Ratio, known as STAR, employed random assignments of more than 11,000 students and teachers at 79 Tennessee elementary schools in 1985. They assigned the students to 3 different class size conditions for pupils who entered kindergarten in 1985 and who progressed through 3rd grade. So all of these students were randomly assigned to one of the 3 class size reductions. The first being a small class of about 15 students. The second was a regular class of about 25 students. And the third was a regular class with a full-time teacher aide. The students maintained their class type assignment until they all returned to their traditional classes in grade 4. There were over 100 classes in each of the 3 size conditions every year until the experiment ended at the conclusion of the 1988-1989 school year. The achievement of each student was measured by the Stanford Achievement Test in grades kindergarten through 3rd grade and STAR's Basic Skills First Criterion Test in 1st through 3rd grade. The results for this study was researchers found that for grades K through 3, that the STAR findings consistently showed a positive small class effect, which means at the grade level kindergarten through 3rd grade, across all school locations, rural, urban, inner city, suburban, on every achievement measure, criterion referenced and norm reference test, and for all subjects including reading, math, science, social science, language, and study skills, the small class students exceeded their peers in regular and regular aid classes. And the results were both statistically and educationally significant. So the National Councils of Teachers of English also has an opinion on why smaller class sizes matter. They have said that smaller class sizes have long-term success and the benefits of smaller classes go far beyond test scores and engagement between students. Benefits include continued academic and life success, in addition to the long-term positive traits of small class sizes in the earlier grades. I've personally seen this in my own life. Growing up, I always had in grade school, I was always in smaller classes because I came from a smaller town. Before I went to BYU, Idaho, I attended a college in North Carolina, and the class sizes were much bigger. And I felt a lot how my question was in the beginning when I asked, have you ever been in a classroom of 30 or more people and felt like you could not ask your teacher questions because the other students had their attention? I felt like I was just one student in a sea of students until I came to BYU, Idaho, and the class sizes are much, much smaller. So, researchers have found that reducing class size can influence socioeconomic factors, including earning potential, improved citizenship, and decreased crime and welfare dependence. The beneficial effects of being assigned to a small class also include an increased probability of attending college. This benefit is greatest for underrepresented and disadvantaged populations. While the increased probability for all students is 2.7%, it is 5.4% for African American students and 7.3% for students in the poorest third of the U.S. schools. So, in conclusion, smaller class sizes benefit the students and the teachers when they are lower than 20. And it helps the students get more one-on-one time with the teacher and for the teacher to be able to focus on each student more. And in the long run, it helps the student become more successful. Thank you.